Stop hitting yourself. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Hama, the Bloodbender. When she enters, she mills our opponent and then allows us to take any of the non-land, non-creature spells from their graveyard and cast it on our turn by waterbending, which means we can tap our creatures and artifacts in order to cast it. This deck has lots of enter the battlefield value, so you'll have creatures left behind that you can tap for waterbending. And it's also got crime, because Hama does crime and so do we. This deck is pretty similar to Azula, looking to blink Hama and do similar cloning effects, while also getting turn by turn value, bouncing things into our opponent's hand, destroying their permanents, and making sure that we can get ahead and stay ahead with a little bit of Dimir control. This deck is also able to mill an opponent in a single go. If you are running Hama, and they either have a 1-mana blink spell in their deck, or just a 1-mana instant or sorcery, and you have Displacer Kitten out, then you're able to use the Bloodbend, well, Waterbend, in order to cast the spell, and then Hama will do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Either blinking from a blink spell or blinking from Displacer Kitten in order to mill all in one turn. So let's take Hama into the queue and start bending some blood. Rafellos Llanowar Emissary is going to be rampant and playing some big nasty stuff. And I don't have a way to kill him here. I also only have sort of 2 lands, so I'm gonna mulligan. And I want ways to counter and kill Rafellos because he is a menace. I have one way to kill him, and I'm going to try to steal something interesting with Grave Expectations. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I'm heisting. Okay, I could play that Llanowar Elf next turn. That's not bad. These are also great cards, but like I'm not that good at ramping because I'm in Dimir colors. So I'll take this. This actually opens up some possibilities of doing things more quickly. Wow, look at that. Exploration and Utopia Sprawl all on the first turn. I hate it, thanks. I cannot Tidebinder a Rafellos' abilities because it's a mana ability. But I can kill him with Weave the Nightmare. And I'll also get to heist again off that. Yeah, I'll take a land. Maybe one day the Titan will be castable. Yeah, Hama's not that good against Rafellos in part because, like, they just have... So what's the best way for me to put this? They have creatures. I can't steal creatures with this. It's just not something I know how to do. Alright, so we're gonna try to kill Rafellos. Heist. And kill. But they've done plenty of other ramping. So playing City Stalker Connoisseur there actually could have been alright to just say, okay, whatever the biggest thing in your deck is, now you don't have it. I don't... Oh, I do have a way to play green. Okay. I would be able to make clones. Can you only bestow from your hand, though? No, I can bestow from here. I feel like Hama's ability should target creatures. Alright, so what's the biggest, nastiest thing in your hand? It was Ulamog. Okay, so everything costs less than 10 in their hand. And that's not saying much. Yeah, I'm bloodbending the opponent to cast the spells. Okay, so they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Look, you couldn't have cast that Ulamog anyway. Oh, they're just getting more lands. All right. They can play additional lands each turn. Rafellos... Now, oh, look, now they have 10 mana. Look at that. Do you have anything else? Bestiary, that's card draw. And Scry. Vaultborn Tyrant, that is unfortunately going to be good card draw for them. Oh, I can't bestow? Why not? Is it because it's an alternate cast? Aww. I wanted to clone my City Stalker. Alright, well now I can either go for Rusco or hold the Tidebinder to try and stop. Like, I could actually hit this to prevent them from using it for card draw. But I think just setting up the Rusco is fine. Scammed. I know! I even checked to see if it just says you can cast it for its bestow cost. I have the green to pay, yeah. So, like, even if it was, like... I assume it has something to do with just, like, how heist is. I know you can bestow from the graveyard because there's the Phoenix that can only bestow from the graveyard. So I don't think it's, like, zone-specific. Ugh, Nissa. Want to destroy my clock?
I will protect you, Phyrex, until the invasion begins.
I know, that was a bummer, though. Draw, they gain life. I hate it. More card draw. Okay. I had to cast it for 2 generic, yeah. Some things, though, you can steal them and cast, like, either mode of them for generic mana. This would draw them another card. And I can't Tidebind that. I'll probably have to Tidebind this, because otherwise it's, lethal. Or kill it. You already know. Kill your rafellos, you don't need that mana. Okay. Yup. Hey, Ulamog. You're indestructible. Help me. So they have 2 card draw engines. All the mana in the world. Yep, that triggers Vaultborn. Uh-huh. Land. You wanna draw again? Oh, Aethelgar, thank you for the 51-month resub. Everything triggers Vaultborn. Not everything, but the big boys do. Okay, I have an Essence Flux. I could blink Speed Brood. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hama, but, like, I don't have forests. These are not useful cards to steal. Okay, great. This lets me stifle the Vaultborn. So they don't get the token. And I could blink Speed Brood to try to kill Rafellos, but I don't think it matters that much. Or Beast Whisperer. I could also... I'm going to try this. I'm going to wait until they draw. I'm going to blink City Stalker Connoisseur. What's the card? What's the bigger of the two? It was Traveling Chocobo. Nice land you got there. All right, hour up. The old upkeep discard. 54 cards remain in their deck. Okay. Hama. And I have these nice blood to help me blood bend. Okay, let's see. Worldwagon, Nissa, and Harrow. I could still cast the Nissa to make tokens, destroy the bestiary. Yeah, let's do that. Tapping some of the wee things here. Oh, I even left one up there. Bestiary or worstiary? Take away one of our card draw pieces. Yeah, finally, some blood to bend. It's almost midnight, so I will get a fresh hand soon. Overlord will draw them a card. Because it's a critter. I hit a Lotus Cobra off that one. Yeah, and I'm just out here like, please don't hit Ulamog, please don't hit Ulamog, please don't hit, like, Emrakul is actually, I think, much scarier for me. They hit 3 creatures in a row. Thanks. Oh, bless up. All right, I could kill Overlord with the minus. We'll see what I get in my fresh hot hand. Or if you're deciding if they want to attack. I have a Death Toucher. I have Hama, who kind of wants to die. Because I don't have a repeated blinker out here. Alright, Overlord, Fell to Profane, Barger Trawler. Get the Beast Whisperer. A little draining. Okay, our actual draw. Main phase. Kill the Overlord. A Sholdred can take out one more blocker. Actually, yeah, because it has to be non-token. Rafellos, Lotus Cobra. Okay, Lotus Cobra. Everybody's in. Mill another 20. They only have 5 cards left in their library. 3 in the area. Gotta block this. Fight me. How goes the theft? Oh, you know me. I'm bloodbending. I'm having a good time. Taking over my opponent's body. It's good. Yeah, I mean, uncommon crime usually doesn't go this hard, but Hama's really rad. Oh, you're right. Urborg is making their, these are the Midnight Hunt lands, the, like, black and white ones, is making them look kind of awesome and extra goth. That's rad. Exact lethal. What I've always wanted. GG, Rafellos. Longshot, Rebel Bowman, is a mono-red Storm commander. And you can build him as Artifact Storm or as just Spell Slinging Storm, the more typical mono-red way to brew. I actually built mine as Artifact Storm, though, because he discounts all of your cards by 1 colorless if they're non-creature, which is great if they're artifacts. And yes, they're on that Artifact Storm game plan. Ooh, I have one of my very helpful cards here, Douthie Voidwalker, that unfortunately does a little bit of non-bowing with Hama, but still is just one of the most helpful ways to cut off graveyard strategies, and also steal a spell. Might have to sacrifice it before I play Hama, just so I can get the cards into the grave. Unexpected Windfall. feel like going for the Void Walker or holding up the Tidebinder. They're not able to play Longshot next turn unless they... I don't know, what is it, like Seething Song? There are red rituals that we have. Okay, no, it's straight up my deck. I know this is my deck. So Longshot, though, they're just going to be trying to cast as many spells in a turn as they can to kill me with the damage. Which is fair. That's, I mean, honestly, what you should be doing. I need to ramp up to Hama. And they will have spells that I can steal. We already see one of them. Unexpected Windfall. And they also have, this is one of the, like, infinite card advantage engines for Longshot, where if you have this in play and you deal damage to your opponent, just non-combat damage, like, you know, Longshot triggers, you get 2 cards in exile. And then you just keep getting more spells that you can cast, more Cheerios. Ding, bong. I should be able to take away his abilities, though, like Stifle at once, or try to take him hostage. I'm just going to hold up the Waterbender's Restoration here. Which means I won't be attacking because I need to tap the creatures as part of this. This is a great blink spell because you blink your cards. It is a delayed blink. They come back later. But it's just like 2 mana and then you just tap the creatures you want to blink. You could also like pay more mana and blink other things, but this works so well. I'll actually just do it now, just for, a bit more mana. Oops, I did it in their end step and not before we passed to end step. That's fine with me. I will cast Longshot. And then my buddies will come back. They'll discard again. I'm going to get another clock. Now I am the storm. And next turn I want to play Hama. Keeping an eye on the various cards that are in the graveyard. These are all now castable with Hama. Endstone! Oh, the other best enabler for Longshot. Yeah, Virtue and Endstone are like the best 2 card advantage pieces. I'll block with Longshot. What to do with all that mana? They have enough mana. They could have played this. Okay, Ugin. Nice. Just some good removal. Hitting Rusko. I am going to prevent that exile from happening. Now, they could make colorless mana and exile something else. But I think I can beat down this Ugin. Look at all this stuff. Even more stuff. All right, let's steal. We mill. We steal. Okay, I could play Endstone. Oh my god, it costs 1 less because of Longshot. I was like, why does it cost less? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll let Ugin do his thing. Just in case I get a spell off me playing the land here. I did Planar Incision. I am going to blink Hama. Lightning Bolt lets me just kill Monkey. I have a little bit of like extra here, so I could dig. I'll go big score. Leaving mana up. can't blink, but I could clone, or I could make them discard. I'm gonna go for the double discard here. So acquisitions expert. Chandra. This will just trigger Endstone. Yeah, I'm just out here like, yeah, I know how to play my deck. I'm gonna clone the Hama. Keep the clone. Real lightning. Oh, it was free. It was free because of longshot. I was like, why didn't I have to tap anything for that? Because it got discounted by 1. All right, well, that's all I got. Not bad, not bad. Set my life to 13. They have an Ugin. They're drawing. They can draw off Mind Stone. You don't know why they let me keep the Longshot? Yeah, when I exiled the Longshot, my guess is they were planning on using that Chandra in hand to kill it, and then they drew the Ugin and they're like, ah, well, we can go for this instead. Oh, 1 ring. They will not be able to take damage. Now, they should hit the Rusko here, because Rusko's actually not damage. He's life loss. Yeah, I'm showing them. Like, this is loses 1 life. Nope, they're gonna grab their Longshot back. Did I make a Power Thirst reference? Yes. What of it? So we need to get them... Oh wait, they can eat this in their upkeep. I have to somehow cast 7 spells. 7 non-creature spells. This is gonna be firing pretty soon too. That's target opponent. That's target opponent. Ugh! Stop being target opponents! All I have is like memory lapsing my own things. Okay. Didn't find it. That's fine. Swing it, Ugin. Ugin lives. Barely. Hi, Longshot. Surprise! It's supplies! Look, I'll put it back on top of your deck. You can draw it. Oh, it's midnight. Huh, permanent did leave my control. It was the clock. 4. Ow.
One step in the strategy.
What a nice supplies. They gain 3 life and draw a card. We knew it was on top because we put it there. And then I attack. Casting their spells, casting my spells, and winning the game. GG Longshot. Thank you so much for that end stone. Emet-selch Unsundered is actually going to be kind of helping and hurting our game plan at the same time because they want their graveyard full. Now, I only have 2 lands here. I could play this Thopterus. I think I'm going to have to throw this back. Their deck is going to fill up the graveyard to transform emet-selch, which, if he does transform, well, that's really good. It's like a Yawgmoth's Will. Waterbender's Restoration, Big Blink. I don't have the cards I'd want for Big Blink here. I have Small Blink, and that's enough. Emet-selch, though, is also just looting. And if they put good Dimir control spells in their graveyard, which they're going to want to, so they can flip over and then cast them, then Hama, well, Hama's got the goods. She's got the goods in the graveyard. The problem is actually getting her to resolve. So this Thoughtseize might be paramount to seeing what dastardly things are in my future. This might not even resolve. Okay, we got Reanimate. Seek New Knowledge. Stern Scolding. That can hit Venser. Consult, Emperor of Bones, and Zombifi. 2 different Reanimates here. Makes it a lot harder to hit one. Any creature I discard gets reanimated. I can hit their card draw. I'll hit actual factual reanimate. Oh, and I just, the person I played against who was playing Longshot just came in and said, first time I ever queue up against you and I'm playing one of your decks. Yep, I knew it was my Longshot. I hope you like the deck. It's a cool one. Emperor of Bones? Emperor of Bones, by the way, can curate their graveyard and stop me from taking certain things with Hama. I'll be able to nullify some abilities here. Probably this one, because it automatically triggers. Yep. The review I'm getting of my Longshot deck is, it rips. Love that. Okay, I can technically, like, Dark Ritual out Hama. Just gonna hold this buddy here. They seek new knowledge. And this knowledge is... well, I don't know, because they just grabbed 2 and put 1 back. Great card. Alright, in response to them exiling the Tidebinder, I'm gonna try to bounce that back into their hand. Ooh, a Wash Away! If you want to seek old knowledge, well, then don't play this card! Alright, they got 3 cards in hand. I wouldn't be able to cast anything but Reanimate, but I could cast the Reanimate. So let's go for it. Hama. See if she gets... There are other 1-mana counters, so she gets Swanified. She did not get Swanified. I'm gonna go for the Reanimate. I mean, shucks, you put it in your graveyard. For me, I assume. I milled it. I put it there. That was for me. GG emet-selch. Kavaero Mind Bitten is oftentimes a combo deck, assembling a graveyard of specific creatures and becoming a copy of Bringer of the Last Gift to then reanimate them all. I would say that Kavaero could be very hard for me to interact with, especially because I have a bunch of discard and mill to put things in their graveyard. I'm not running as many counter spells because I know what I'm here for, and, well, it's bloodbending. I need creatures for bloodbending. So let's riddle. Or try to. I don't know, this might get countered. Mana leaked! Rude. I don't have anything to steal from them. But if they do go for, the bringer of the last gift and I have a full graveyard, I have a chance of kind of combating it with my own stuff. Have a frog. You have won this dispute. You gonna end to him? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, this is essentially reanimation in the command zone. It's weird because it's like not technically reanimation. It's casting him as a clone of a creature in the graveyard. By the way, he can become one of these too. He can hit my graveyard. Sheeshin. Sheesh. Alright, there's a Bahamut. That's pretty nice. And something I will point out here is that he does not target. Come on, Superior Spider-Man. Why are you still holding up cash? You could be having, like, any of these. Can't exile? Nope. Can't exile to fizzle. Well, if they try to search, at least I'd be able to stop it now. 3 turns, 3 counter spells? Sheesh, indeed. Don't worry, it's gonna be a kill spell next. They're gonna shoot the sheriff. Okay. Boop. They didn't kill no deputy. Yeah, you should like this. I'm gonna put more cards into your graveyard. You like cards being in your graveyard. I wonder if it's like a stifle. No? Okay, what do we got? Nowhere to run, shoot the sheriff, 3 steps ahead, frantic search, long goodbye, mystical dispute, mana leak. Remember, I can only cast these on their turn. Or sorry, on my turn. But I would love to use this to clone in a couple turns. So I'm gonna grab this. Oh. Oh, all right. They're just gonna zombify Bahamut. Okay. I'm also Bahamut. My Bahamut might, you know, die if you touch it with an ability. But it's cool. What, are you also gonna be Bahamut? Oh, but I'm bigger than you. Okay, fine. Ooh. Ooh. No, let's go for killing it. Out of here. Yeah, if I have enough to, like, grab the Zombify on a future turn, that would be rad. They've been missing lands. I mean, good for me, because all of their cards have just kind of been haterade. Yeah, they've been stuck on 4 for a while. I'm up on 7 now. I could technically flip Shuldred. I actually think that could be lit. So in 3 turns, sorry, 2 turns, this becomes, no, 1 turns, because I can take an extra. This will become a sweet, spicy Rise of the Dark Realms. Make them discard. So yeah, the blue can bounce this. Black has a little enchantment removal. They might be running Withering Torment because they're so heavy on removal. Okay, Cruelty of Gix. Not going for chapter 3? I mean, sure, alright. Not gonna grab that Hull Breaker and bounce it with like a free spell? Okay, alright. Mill 3, discard 3. This will be fun. It'll be fun. I'm ready for triggers. So many of them. I want to just play this bird. Yeah, it's 3 damage. I'll take it. Ah! Come to me, my creatures! I'll draw a card by destroying the... Oh, it would fizzle. The original. I don't have to select anything there. Oh, poggers. Okay. Nice. And then we could steal with Hama. And have some fun. And win. Yay, winning. Oh, I could have targeted my task. Right, she was a creature. I'm so not used to her being a creature. Toph, Greatest Earthbender. Going to be giving their land creatures double strike and animating a land, earthbending, based on the amount of mana spent on Toph. So, even if you counter her or kill her, she comes back stronger. Got a little card advantage, some cool removal here. Though, if I kill one of their land creatures, it just comes right back. Assuming if it was an earthbent one. I've got... Oh, card draw. I'd love to keep that there and use it as a clone, but I'm going to use it as a land instead. Oh, thank you, Alan, for the sub. Thank you for the 43 months. Kind of like setting up the Overlord of the Baelmark first. Since this will become a creature over time, and one that's big enough to block and trade with a 4/4. 4/4 with double strike. Ooh, discard rat. That is good for bloodbending. I milled some lands and reanimate as well. Okay, rampant growth. The land we have to be most afraid of is, I think, Inkmoth Nexus. Oh, Fatal Push is great against land creatures, though. Great, good for me. Won't be able to use it this turn, but that's okay. Oh, wow! A wash away. That's convenient. Helpful card. Helpful at stopping toffs. I was just thinking like, oh yeah! I could push a dirt. I could also push a snake. I'm pushing a snake. Yeah, landfall is probably like their backup plan since it works. It works really well. You are a big fan of pushing dirt and snakes? Me too! I can, by the way, exile creatures using Planar Incision, which does include their lands. Oof, where is Zone Guard? It's gonna be ramp every turn. Unless we do this. I didn't get a land again. Dang. Them, many lands. Me, not many lands. Gonna go for that pre-combat toph. Some toph stuff. Oof. Guess I'll just let them have that Worry Zone Guard. He'll be able to play her again next turn. But this is growing. Even if I incision it, it returns tapped. Really hoping I get a land here. There we go. Urborg! I'm gonna play a little chump blocking rat. Okay, Mycosynth. Spawn. This isn't uncommon because the way that they print alchemy cards is silly. And I will never be able to stop their ramp. Okay. Toph. It's a land with a counter on it. It's what I have. I can play Sheldred. They'll drop Toph and replay her. Jill... Well, what would I hit on Hama? Nothing I can really do, but Overlord is able to be blocking. Apologize for the delay here. While I'm big thinking. Just gonna go for Riddler. Draw a card. Very willing to double block the zone guard. Or just block it with this. Yeah, one of these would die. Probably Overlord. Yeah, we don't want to kill Toph unless we have a way to deal with her coming back down. Look, I'm hitting lands. Okay, double block you. They're in Gruul colors, so they have ways to, like, buff up a creature or make it indestructible, but fewer ways to, like, kill one of these creatures. Alright, great. Adramol Cub. Hey, the thing I put a counter on! Aw, that's cute. And it still has double strike because of her. Uh-oh, scoop bugs. Well. Yep, they got bugs. Oh, goodness. Yep. Them's bugs, all right. Hama, help me. Sure. One lands. Guys, don't worry. I can block one creature. I was hoping maybe, I don't know, they had a fire magic in their deck. That would have been helpful to me. Fire magic? Oh, that's a traveling chocobo. They can now play lands off the top, and landfalls are going to be doubled. Those are all lands. Yeah, 80 more scoot bugs enter play. I like that they've declared them as attackers, but they're still trying to play through the animation. Cub flubbed. If anything here that would do anything. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Put the Hama back in hand. Play the Hama. You got fire magic, right? No? By the way, you can't use X cost spells with Hama. You can, but X will be 0. Dang it. Too many bugs. Too much dirt. GG, Toph. Vive, the little spell-slinging black mage, going to be getting big, making mana, and dealing damage. I don't have that exciting of a hand against them. But, like, it's a fun hand. I like that it's got birds and rats and lizards and bugs. All of the food groups. And they're going to be playing some burn spells, counter spells, and probably some curiosity in order to draw lots of cards and get lots of triggers off of Vive. Now, this is the alchemized version of Vive. Yeah, I'll keep that. Which does mean that it has to tap, but it can make mana on your opponent's turn, which means it's better with counter spells and a little worse for, like, chaining together infinite extra turns and swinging in and dealing all that damage. All right, go for it, bird. Get me a card. Thassa lets me steal repeatedly. Yeah, they're a spell-slinging deck, though, which means Hama, if she resolves, will have things, which is good for me. I need that. I have the choice here between discarding a specific card or holding up that cut down to try to interrupt if they play Vive and go for the boots. I'll go for the Thought Stalker Warlock. And they only have one land in hand. Let's see. Soul Cauldron could cut off Hama. Tutor's just dumb. I'm gonna hit their Seagate Restoration. Because that way if they don't draw a land... Damn it, they drew a land. They can't play Vive. I was hopeful. They would have had to island cycle and take a turn. This is, by the way, not a targeting ability in the graveyard, so they wouldn't be able to interrupt it, but if there's an obvious target, they could cut it off. I'll swing in. And I will be able to kill Vive with the Speed Brood Stalker. But for now, I'm going to keep attacking their hand. I kind of like hitting the tutor... Or Lorian. I'm gonna hit the tutor. Because I can then use it. And then it will be mine. And then I can tutor. Yeah. Finally, somebody who has things to steal. We kept matching into creature decks. What do you think I am, Azula? No, I'm Hama. I bloodbend. They're pooling. Pool and pool. Preordain. Hi, Scraps. You cat. We know they have that wash away. The wash away can't hit these cards in hand. So I will try to Speed Brood Stalker. Which means no more Vive. And I can blink this as long as this is out. But for now, I'm going to keep trying to make them discard with the Thought Stalker Warlock and take them out. Man, we finally play against somebody with spells to steal and we don't get to steal them. Too bad. Scraps has decided to join me as we play against Nahiri Heir of the Ancients. This is the Warriors and Equipment Nahiri, which has been buffed slightly for this format. Gosh, I have the Thoph, which gets me lots of good things to bloodbend with. A little bit of discard, some cycling. I'm going to keep this, but we might have to fire off a damnation to destroy their warriors, and they will be very good at just, you know, attaching high equipment cost things to little tiny tokens for free. Aww, she's purring so loud. Okay, girl, you want a treat? All right, girl. If you want treats so bad, which is why she's up here, you're gonna have to tell everybody who's watching this what you think. Okay, so let's give you a treat. And now we're going to interview her about how that treat tasted. Honey? Honey? What did it taste like? Mm-hmm. What else you got to say? Oh my god, I love you too, honey. She knocked the frog over that's on my microphone. By rubbing too excitedly. Yeah, good girl. Honey, you want this? Good girl. She's so well spoken, what with her big loud purrs. They manatized me. Mwah. Oh, Frodo. Acquisitions expert. More treats. Goblin engineer, so that would have been tutoring for an artifact. In equipment. Possibly a sort of whatever and however. Or maybe, yeah, this is like another freely equipped thing. Colossus hammer? That's a classic, right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna cycle Perforator Crocodile, the most perfect crocodile anyone's ever seen. Play this Undercity Sewers. And give her another treat. These treats are just kibbles, but like... that's all we need is kibbles. Mwah. She wants more. She's like checking underneath my like sleeve. Like, is there one there? Yeah, there's one here. Oh wow, what a good bear. So hungry after emptying out her tummy. Gross. Bonk. Ooh, Sword of Forge and Fire is going to give them up to 2 lands being played here. Or they could hit Sigarda's Aid and Embercleave. Alright. I will exile Frodo. Using Azula. And I can steal their equipment with Hama. As long as it's in the graveyard, I should be able to take it. Yeah, good girl. Give me your mana tithe. Give me your mana tithe. I can only cast the mana tithe on my turns. But still, I'll have it. Oh no, they gave me the Goblin Engineer. Okay. Yes, I love you too, honey. Mwah. They're treats to her. I mean, they're different from her regular kibble, which does make them special. Wow, they're stuck on lands. That's rough. I want to steal. I mean, what else is new? Of course I want to steal. Okay, Halvar, Brunor. Bombardiers! I'll take Bombardiers. That's a good card. In fact, oh, I'm going to swing in. Yes, hi, girl. Are you gonna kill this first? Dang. Okay, I was gonna swing in, flash these in, and then throw them. I'm still gonna flash in this Frodo, though. During my turn, prevent all damage that we've dealt to Frodo. And then next turn, I guess Hama can hit Galvanic Blast. Whoa, but they're giving us protection from red. You've never seen that galvanic blast art? So cool fact about this, this is actually a photograph of a little diorama that the artist made. It's rad. I really like that they've hired this person to make some magic art. You can find other photos of the setting and like angles of it. But yeah, this is a photo. It's been like touched up, but that's what it looks like. It's really cute. Scraps are also really cute. Do I even have an artifact to put in my graveyard? I have like mana rocks. Some people are so skilled. Yeah, you can see that like the little cannon blast is like a cotton puff. I could steal that and it would still have the equipment on it. Okay, let's do that. Sorry, Hama. Yoink. Yes. Boblini. They'll be able to move the equipment over. Yeah, sure. Let's put in equipment or put something in my graveyard. Let's put Talisman of Dominance in my graveyard so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, they can't equip this. Right. This actually is it's gonna die. Because I can kill it. If they don't have any other targets, it will stay on the Blade Master. That's perfect. There's a whole secret lair with her work. Oh, it was called Diabolical Dioramas. Cool. Wait, here, let me put that up on screen for a second. Yeah, that's great. Just saying, good game. Good game. Thank you for the sword. I appreciate it. Scraps likes it too. Gladiolus. It's Glarbo, and he's a landfall commander. Landfall gives +2/+2 and trample to a creature. And when he enters, he gets any land in your deck. Now, I could actually see this deck being like a land combo deck, since you have a land tutor in the command zone. Maybe they're going for Dark Depths and Thespian Stage, or maybe something else. I don't really know what they would be tutoring for, but those are the lands that I know of in Arena that can get real nasty together. I kept this hand because it's able to kill Llanowar Elves. And I feel like that's all I need. Alright, let's heist. See what I get. I won't be able to hit lands on this. Abrade, Heaped Harvest, and Dryad. Already have removal. Let's go for the ramp. Cool. Yeah, play a little guy. I'm ready for him. Azusa, who has priority, so they get to get all 3 lands in play. And now I can take her out. But next turn, they might be able to play Glarbo. I think he gets any land, right? Yeah, just a land. I guess if you scape shift with him out, you just like win the game on the spot too. I've shown you what I stole. It was big pile of food. You think Azusa and Azula should hang? Maybe they should. Alright, they have this Terramorphic Expanse, which they're going to be able to just keep playing as their lands for turn. They explore. It's a lot of lands. What else do you got? If I play Hama, I can explore, which is not the worst. I'll do it. Maybe I'll get something even better. Oh, there's the Scape Shift. Great news, the Scape Shift is now in the graveyard. And I'm gonna leave it in the graveyard for now. I will explore. I can tap the Heaped Harvest to help pay for it. And I can Essence Flux, or I could Fatal Push, depending on what I need to do. Oh, Deadman Reaper, thank you for the 19-month resub. Oh, they huggin'. I can kill Hugs. You'd still get the things entering here, but I think that's worth it. Push it. That way they can't play additional lands, because they did not go for this. So they have Shared Roots, Sylvan Scrying, more land tutoring. Valakut. Valakut's in Arena now. They could Valakut Scapeshift. That's what they're going for. I think that's one of the lines. Hi, Hugs, bye, Hugs. How many forests do you have? Oh. Enough. So Valakut, if you're not familiar with it, the Molten Pinnacle, is a lightning bolt whenever a mountain enters. Which is a problem, because they can get mountains every single turn. I guess I can just exile their graveyard. Which is not, like, ideal for me. I'd like to actually play the cards from your graveyard. And they have those. I could counter one. I will. And I'm gonna heist on top of it. Wait, I didn't get to see what the cards were. I hate when it does that. Sometimes like an interface pops up and it does not show. It's just like, oh, you had clicked somewhere before. It's like, no, I didn't. Please, I want to see the cards. I want to steal. Well, I got a Lotus Cobra, which isn't the worst. Ooh, Ice Till Explorer. I feel like it's gonna be Ice Till. Yup. Ice Till with a fetch. Okay, yep, with that on the stack. Hit the Tarn. It's like, I want them to have a graveyard so I have things to steal. PogChamp. Goodbye, Boggart. And they can do it one more time here, getting a mountain. They might even mill another mountain. They did mill another mountain. That's another 3 to my face. All right, so I'm shouldering the heck out of this. They'll still be able to play things from the graveyard, like that. Shouldered. And I think I'm holding the Waterbender's Restoration in the Heaped Harvest. Bye, Scraps. All right, here comes Glarbo. This does not return until the end of turn. You missed Scraps already. I hope she goes and eats more treats. Fabled Passage. Oh, so they can keep getting the rest of the mountains out. They have 2. Okay, that's just 1. I'm ready. I'm ready for this one. I only have 1 creature, so X equals 1. Oh, he can't buff himself. He has to buff somebody else. This will kill Glarbo, but he'll just come back. I mean, blinking Shouldered every turn is cool. But I gotta steal. All right. Hama, what do we get in the graveyard? They already have a land that's going to get them all their mountains as they need them. We've got Exploration, Shared Roots, Flame Slash, and Sweltering Suns. These are nothing for me. Dang. All right, I guess Shared Roots. They have 7 cards in the graveyard, by the way, so Sholdred may be able to do the thing. Oh, there's the Thespian stage. They can become a second copy, by the way, of Valakut. Something strange about this. Valakut is not legendary. It's one of those cards that people kind of consistently think it should be legendary, but it isn't. Look at those landfalls doing their killing. I do have a Field of Ruin in this deck, but then they just play it again from the graveyard. My Sholdred, no, I can't flip it. Aww. Hi, Ren and Six. Are you gonna grab a land from the graveyard? I mean, you could already play them, but there's nothing really worth minusing on. Take the only one that's an instant, I guess. Trying to decide if I want to kill Ren and 6 here. Or Glarbo or what. I'll kill Ren and 6. Mm-hmm. Do I run Bog? I think I may have taken out because like we needed cards in the graveyard. I have the Bog that sort of is, but not truly. We have fake Bog. That's a frog. Normally, a very helpful card to have, but not right now at this moment. Yeah, they already played Valakut number 2. I have Boggart's Trawlers, which already got removed. Yeah. So now I have double Valakut. That is a mountain. And a gate. Kill Hama. Kill Cobra. Swing for 6. At least they can only play 1 land per turn, right? This doesn't exile, so it wouldn't get rid of Thassa. No, but it does get them another land. Mm-hmm. Oh, what else do you have? Nature's Rhythm. Prime time. Oh, Lumra. Well, that also works. You have at least 1 mountain in the graveyard, which makes it lethal. Ah, Glarbo. Thank you, Glarbo, for doing such beautiful things like, I don't know, Valakut. That 1 sec, it's still triggering. Okay, there we go. He's still triggering. And in the end, I didn't steal anything useful. Just ramp. Tatiova, Benthic, Druid. They ramp. They counter. They play big, scary spells. And what can I do about it? Very, very little, because they are a Tatiova deck. I'm going to pay some life so I can do some turn 1 thought season. I want to seize their thoughts, and what do their thoughts look like? They got a peek and a wash away. Also Oracle. I'm going to hit their peek because that was their turn 1 play. And I'm not playing Hama for a while. Yeah, you'll have your counter spells. Let's see, counter spells and ramp. Exactly what I said it would be. And I'm going to pay even more life to get down this Psychic Frog early because of what I've seen in their hand. Crazy to see a Tatiova, though, that doesn't mulligan to turn 1 ramp. Tatiova, by the way, haven't seen her as much recently because she actually moved up in matchmaking. She's one of those cards that's just so good because landfall and a little bit of counterspells to back it up is a really, really just tried and true strategy. Which is bad for me and everybody else who wants to play Magic. Get him! Good frog. A Dryad. Some play additional lands, and lands are now all types. I made them swamps first. I was doing it before it was cool. Are you willing to risk it? No, I'll discard 3. 1, 2. I don't have a blinkable. I'm holding the wash away. There's that Oracle. Let's then play additional lands and play lands off the top. No maximum hand size. I'm going to attack first. I'd like to hold the blue, but I want that Oracle. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah. Yeah. That's not what I want, though. I need blue mana. I wonder what the snow lands are for? Probably into the north. One ring means I won't be drawing off my Psychic Frog. But they have 3 mana, so they can counter any spells cast. I also can't target them, because this is target opponent, and this is target opponent. Why not attack me? Why not attack me? Target opponent. Target opponent! Ooh! Let me target opponent! And they're drawing cards. What does that sound? My cat's doing something, and I can't trust it. Can never trust it. Alright, Bitter Triumph. Put that away. Thopterist. Just not what I crave. Go for regular island. Extra turn. They can counter it. Try to steal. What? What? You don't want me stealing? Why not? Yeah, you do. You love when I steal your stuff. Like, Nissa and Traveling Chocobo. Psychic Frog, get him! No way to change what's on top of my deck here, but I do have Waterbender's Restoration in case something real nasty happens. This would bring everything back under its owner's control, though. Okay, so there is Tatiova. They can counter my counter here. You gonna play a land? They have a fetch land ready to go. It's sort of like a fetch land. Oh, there's another. So they gain life, they draw cards. You've already drawn cards. The double wash away. Stacks on stacks of washaways. Land on top? Land on top! Oh, they gave up. Yeah, I'm gonna take extra turns and kill them with a Psychic Frog. And what can they do about it? Nothing, because Psychic Frog is busted, broken, and nasty in half. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you, Hama, for bending people's blood. I think that Hama is definitely a cool, uncommon crime card. We don't have many of those. Almost always, anything that takes from your opponent, whether it's their graveyard, their hand, their deck, and lets you cast it, is either rare or mythic. So having an opportunity to explore Hama, the Bloodbender, is really neat. I wasn't able to pull off the infinite combo at all when I was recording this, but I did manage to do it not just in limited, but also in a couple of other, a couple of other games, just while testing things out. I think that Hama's really neat, and if you do go against a blank deck, you have that opportunity to do the thing, which is really sweet. Also, just anything that's reanimating from our opponents and trying to play their spells is something I like to do. We're kind of in our Grinch arc here. I did crime before Christmas, then on Christmas we gave our gifts, and then after, well, I'm actually stealing everything right back because, you know, I gotta do crime. It's what I do. It's what I love in Magic the Gathering. I would say if you are looking for a Dimir crime commander, I will recommend Azula over Hama just because it's a more powerful enter the battlefield, more powerful stats, and even though Hama does have those infinites, Azula is just a better beater that gets you more card advantage for what she's doing and removes more from the board. That said, you can't be comparing these bad girls against each other when there's so many other rad baddies out there, like Black Cat, and of course the nasties that aren't legendary like Hostage Taker. It's an archetype I like, and if you want to see the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. Also, if you would like to suggest a commander for me to brew and play, please do, including a commander using the new cards from Lorwyn Eclipse, which will be out soon, like 2 weeks from now. It's almost time for us to have a brand new set with some really cool new cards in it, and also some flavor and setting that I think is going to be... It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice for some long-term Magic players to see Lorwyn again, because it is a really great plane. So thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawltiful day.